Kiara, thank you for joining. So we have Alondra, Carlos, Danielle, David, Eliana, Gracie, Guillermo, or is that Guillermo? Kiara, Eliana, Luis. We have a lot of people tonight. I'm so excited.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Can everyone hear me? I'll ask in the
Yes,
chat.
we can hear you very
Great. Can
clearly.
everyone see me?
I think yes. Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. The Global English Proficiency Exam, GEP, creating a window of professional opportunity, hosted by Global Language Training UK. My name is Jason Almodovar. I'm the Academic Director for Global Language Training. I want to wish everyone a good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. It is a pleasure to have everyone with us today. Now, here at Global, we have over 85,000 English teachers trained and certified. So we know what we're doing, and we hope you will join our family and be a part of this global experience and this wonderful opportunity for you to grow professionally and also enhance your English language skills and apply them in whatever field you work in. I might have to pause to add people as they join. I apologize. Okay, so language in the 21st century. There's an increased number of companies and institutions in Latin America and beyond. They're looking for candidates who don't just have the job skill, who don't just have the degree or certification in what they're trained to do, but also have the additional skill of a second language, specifically English. It's a global language. We're in a global economy. It's the 21st century. So learning English is definitely something that you should do if you can, but also demonstrating that you know it and what your capacity is in dominating the language is very important as well. So unfortunately, this demand for job skill plus language skill closes doors for people sometimes. It creates obstacles. But it's a shame because these are talented individuals who have the professional skill set, but they don't speak English or they don't have the international certificate that demonstrates their level of skill in the language. And that's what we are focusing on tonight. How do we get this certificate? What can we do with it? How does it help us? Um, Something about adult education. I'm getting my doctorate in adult education, human resource development right now. Adult learners, they don't want to waste time with what they're learning. They want to make sure that their time is being invested in something of value that they can use, not just today, but in the future. And it's that understanding that they are not wasting their time gives them the motivation. It motivates people. I want to do this. This is a value. So I'm not wasting time. How can I join? How can I get involved? How can I move up in the professional ladder? Okay, I have some more people joining. Sorry. One second. So let's talk about the economic of language. The economics of language, sorry. For individuals who don't have proof of their level of English language acquisition by way of an exam, or like I said, a certification, their professional opportunities decrease, unfortunately. And without an English language proficiency exam, professionals' economic and social advancement can remain at a standstill. And that's very frustrating for people. People who know they have the skill, who know they're talented, who know they have something to contribute, they feel stuck, or maybe they feel like their career is on pause. So with a certification in the English language, This can stop that pause and get you on play mode and get you going and moving up in your career. So, what is the English language certificates about? Let's talk about the Common European Framework of Reference for Language. One moment, I have more people joining this webinar. I'm so excited. Welcome, everyone. I'm sorry I can't stop to welcome you, but thank you for participating. So, I mentioned the CEFR because the English language proficiency exam certifications, you may have heard of Cambridge, a lot of these exams are influenced by the Common European Framework of Reference for Language. So what is it? What does it do? Why is it essential? It's an international standard for describing language ability, and like I said, many institutions base their exams on it. It describes language ability on a 6-point scale. So you have A1, beginners, up to C2 for those who've mastered the language. Traditionally, organizations that offer English language exam certificates, like Cambridge, charge a large amount of money to certify its enrolled participants. So what can you do? What can be done? What people don't know is that there are other certifications out there, other exams that provide the same certification, that demonstrate the same skill and capability for a lesser price. Now, I'm going to share my screen because I have a link here that I want to share with everyone. So we have more people joining us. Thank you. This is a kind of cheat sheet that I have found for everyone here, and I'm going to send in the chat. That gives a more detailed explanation about the common reference levels. And as I mentioned, we have C2 for advanced, and then we have A1 for our basic user. Look at that information when you have the time. We won't be talking about that, but most people know about this framework. So I just wanted to give you a link that you can use for later reference. Okay, let's go back to our presentation. So why should we fulfill global professional standards? Some people feel more comfortable working in their comfort zone, but with the internet being such a technological machine and us being able to talk to people and work with people and collaborate globally at any time of the day, it's important that we become a part of this global professional standard. It's important to consider being a part or having a part in this global professional standard. And the sooner, the better. Okay? I'm sorry. So, fortunately, there's an accredited exam that was designed to provide an English language certificate that is guided solely by the CEFR model and is affordable, as I mentioned earlier. It's the GEP exam. It's recognized for its high level of skill measurement reliability, according to the rigorous standards set by the CEFR, which I just talked about, and which you have the link to explore in detail. Thus, it is respected and recognized practically worldwide. And that is the awesome thing about the GEP exam. Okay, I have another link that I'm going to share. Oh, we have more people joining us. Okay. And this link one moment. So this link is to our website. And I'm going to add this in the chat. But I just want to introduce you to the website. But again, when you have the time, explore the website. It's very informative. But again, we're also here to answer any questions, individual questions you might have as well, which was the purpose of tonight. So this is our website. It's extremely useful. You have the About Us section, our accreditation, the GEP exams, the framework, the types of exams. You can book an exam. We have exam downloads, which we'll talk about later. We have a sample of the certificate, which I will show you later. We have the FAQ facts. We have information about testing centers and how to get in touch with us. So I sent this in your chat for your review. Okay, so let's get back to the GEP exam. Who should consider the GEP certification? So I sat down and I thought, what professionals could benefit from this exam? Every professional. But I put kind of a general list out here just to give you a sense and see if you relate to any of these, but there are more. So we have in-person teachers, online instructors, working professionals, administrators, medical professionals, and those seeking advancement in their careers, which is how I jump-started the presentation. We were talking about how these types of exams advance you. But it's not just the certificate, it's also your ability to gauge where you are on your English language learning track. And there are other professions. So I was curious, can anyone tell me either in the chat or we can take a minute here, what are your areas? What areas are you working in?
Um, good evening, teacher. Well, I like science. I like science a lot. I know a lot about plants on my area. I work with professionals here in Peru, and I like a lot of ecology, biology, and also English, as you can tell. I know a lot about maths. I write. I once tried to write a book, but I didn't have the support to finish the book. But mostly I do it in English. I do that in English.
That's
I also
fantastic, Louis.
I
That
also
was
write on literature.
Louis. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was Louis, everyone. Louis, that's great. And don't give up on that book. Anyone else? Jump in, don't be shy. What areas in the professional career field do you work in? Louis gave us some great examples. Anyone else? Okay, no problem. We'll keep going. So Louis, thank you for that contribution. So why the GEP? Why the GEP? Our exams can be taken from your home thanks to our remote invigilation process. Our online proficiency exams evaluate all English levels, starting with very young learners. All our exams will provide you with a certificate that can be attached to your CV or to your student's language learning portfolio. And the certificate does not expire. That's the wonderful thing about our exam. Our exams are reliable modern, environmentally friendly, as they're taken online, up to date, eco-friendly. Our exams are divided into different skills, which allow you to analyze your language strengths and weaknesses. And they focus on the English language, not on academic topics such as the IELTS or the TOEFL exams. These are university exams, for example. So with all of this in mind, and the fact that all of you can partake and have access in these exams, access to these exams at a discounted rate, which is even more amazing. We have some other people joining. One moment. I want everyone to hear this. So I received a chat here. Said we have various professors. They needed to create their investigations. I relate to that. Present articles of their investigations, validate their postgraduate titles. These are great other reasons to take the GEP exam. And the professors who take our exams receive a discounted rate. And that's con las oficinas de inglés central en Peru. That was something someone wanted me to share with all of you. It's a little challenging to chat and speak, but it's okay. None of us are perfect. All right, so let's take a pause. We're going to ask, we have a question and answer part later, but any questions about this, what we're looking at right now? Preguntas? Questions? So we have so many participants. This is wonderful. Okay. Now, another link that I want to show you that I set aside for everyone goes into the specifics. We're going to add people here. So this gives you more information about the exams. I'm going to copy and paste this and add this to the chat as well. Okay, ¿en qué países es válido el certificado? These exams are valid universally, globally. Almost everywhere globally, these exams are valid. That's a great question, Ricardo. Thank you. Ricardo Hidalgo. Okay. So these exams, like I said earlier, for some of you who missed it, these exams you can include in your CV. So when you're applying for jobs, put that exam in there, demonstrate not only that you have the skill, but that you went the extra mile. Demonstrate that you want to be a part of this global professional standard and show them, listen, I'm on top of my game. I took the GEP. I have this accreditation. I have this certification. I have the job skill. Here's my history of employment. You're showing them, all of you, in this way. And this will most likely, I don't want to say definitely, right? Nothing's definite, but this will most likely get your foot in the door, or at least help you stand out. We have so many people looking for so many jobs globally. You want to stand out, and the GEP exam will help you stand out, especially when you're looking for work, or when you're trying to demonstrate your skill, or when you're asked, do you have any exams? Do you have any certificates? Yes, I do. And our exams are accredited. And here is information about our accreditation. Okay, so I'm going to add this to the chat. Any more questions? Nope. Okay. The Gatehouse Awards. Our GAP English exams are endorsed by Gatehouse Awards from the United Kingdom. Gatehouse Awards is an awarding organization recognized by Ofqual, the Office of Qualifications and Examinations Regulation. This regulates qualifications, examinations, and assessments in England and by a number of recognition bodies worldwide. So our exams, not only are they founded on the Common European Framework, the CFR, but we have a globally recognized certification exam that is approved and recognized in the United Kingdom, which is where the English framework is influenced by. So, Gatehouse Awards is also a member of the Association of Language Testers in Europe, who work together to promote the fair and accurate assessment of linguistic ability across Europe and beyond. And here you can see other affiliations. If you have any questions about that, we can talk about that. So, the iTest English exam platform. The online exams are taken on the itestenglish.com platform. Anyone can take them, whether you're a young learner, high school student, university level student, recent graduate, already working. We have some postgraduate learners here. Great for you. Our high qualified, knowledgeable, and experienced team of EFL experts have designed an effective way to evaluate and assess our students, the teaching program, and employees. Your students, for your exam, I'm sorry, your students. The GEP English exams use the latest technology in test delivering and will provide you with a digital or hard copy certificate once completed. And I'm going to show you an example of that certificate. It's pretty neat. Okay. Here is the sample GEP certificate. One moment, we have some newcomers. You'll see your name, your test date, our organization name, the tested skills, verification number, the exam taken, in this case, it was the C1, language use, listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Those are all 5 skills. And here is the scale. So you'll see A is honors, B is fully satisfactory. And here's the criteria and rating scale. I have a link to this, don't worry, you'll be able to see it in bigger font. Here is our accreditation, Gatehouse Awards, and it's signed. And that is what you will use to be a part of this global professional standard. And this certificate truly is a key that will open more doors for you. But again, let's remember, it also helps you evaluate and assess where you are on your English language learning track. That's also something very important to remember. It's not just a key, but it's also a self-evaluation tool. And if you can see where you're at on this English language learning track, then you can see where you have to go to advance. Okay, I'm here, I know this much. Okay, I want to get there. What do I have to do? And that will help you decide if you want to take extra classes, if you need a tutor, or if you just need conversational skill practice, things of that nature. So let's explore some links from our website. Oh, we have some more newcomers. Okay. So we have the GEP A1 to C1 exam description. Let's take a peek at that. Sorry, the link was taking too long. And we all are on a timeline. I'm sorry. Okay. So let's take a look. In everyone's case here, traditionally, employers want you to have a B2 level. A C1 level is great, but not even, and this was something interesting, not even fluent speakers can reach the C1, but B2 is a great place to be. Okay. So let's look at the exam. So again, remember A1 is for starters, and I'm sure that most of you, or all of you, I hope, I'm sure you will, pass A1. Okay. So the GPA1 tests the learner's ability to interact in a simple way, ask and answer simple questions about themselves, where they live, people they know, and things they have. And these are the grammar, parts of grammar that are tested. Okay, I'll go a little slower. Then we have the topics of conversation tested. Okay, so in general, the GEP A1 exam tests the learner's basic ability to communicate and exchange information in a simple way. Okay, now let's look at the B1. Some of you might fall between B1 and C1. So let's look at B1. Okay. The GEP B1 exam tests students' ability to maintain interactions with speakers and getting across what they want in various scenarios, following the main points of extended discussions around them, and expressing their main ideas comprehensively. We're going to have questions after this, so I just want to share this much, and then we'll talk. Okay, so here is the grammar tested in B1. And here are the topics of conversation tested. Okay, so in general, I'm just going to highlight this. The B1 exam Probe students' preparedness to listen and understand straightforward conversations about familiar matters regularly encountered at work, school, leisure, etc., as well as their ability to follow the main points of extended discussions around them. Okay? 100 questions, 100 minutes. But of course, these are not the fees. And the B2, okay? So what does the B2 exam do? It tests the capacity of the students to understand standard spoken language on both familiar and unfamiliar topics normally encountered in personal, social, academic, or vocational life. So you'll see here with B1 and B2, this is about daily life, interaction, context, the context of language. Can you manage yourself within language, within contexts? And that's why they talk about personal, social, academic, or vocational life. It's just about the context, and the questions are geared to you will be under you will be able to understand the context. I went through all the questions when I started working for GP, and they are definitely contextual and easy to understand. Here is the grammar tested in the GEP B2 exam, the vocabulary, and these are the topics that, again, the context that you will find in the exam. Students tested under the GEP B2 should be able to understand much of what is said around them, as well as identify the main reasons for and against an argument or idea in a discussion conducted in clear standard speech. We have our listening session, our listening section has audios that you play. Below the audios, you'll have an image to help you connect the image with what you're hearing. And then you have the question, which is the written part, and you'll answer the multiple choice question. In reading, you'll have an image, you'll have a question, and again, multiple choice questions. In writing and speaking, it's a little more specific. You'll have an image, and you'll be asked about a topic associated with the image. Think about that, and then you'll write a response. For speaking, it's the same way, but you speak your response. Okay? But it's not intimidating whatsoever. I'm Tcell certified. I learned Spanish as a second language. I know the difficulties of getting certified in the second language. And I also helped with the updating of the GP exam. So I guarantee you that it's contextual, it's again not academic, and we even have we even have practice exams for students to prepare you for the exams. So you won't be intimidated when the day comes of the actual exam. Okay, so 2 questions. Oh, my friend wants to enter the meeting. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know. I was so involved with the material. Yes, we have some newcomers. Thank you for joining. Okay?
Mr.
Now,
I am sorry to interrupt, but I heard you were sending links, and for some reason they don't arrive to my chat. I can't find them. The last message I have is from Viviana, and that's weird. I thought the links were right there, and I was scared that something had happened, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find them, I mean.
oh, let me see. Let me double check. Let's see.
Okay.
My chat is set up de mí para todos. Okay, I'm going to resend the links. They were being sent to everyone in Sala de Espera. So that explains that. Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate your collaboration. It makes it a better webinar. We're human, right?
Yes, there. Thank you very much, Mr.
Yes. So, you welcome. No problem. So, does everyone have the links? Okay, so let's look at you can go to exam downloads on the website. We have our exam framework. I'll send this to everyone right now, and I'll make sure it goes to everyone, not just who are in the sala de espera. Okay, so let's see. Great. Now, we have the exams framework. We have YGEP English exams, GEP A1 to C1 exam description, sample pre-A1 to pre-A13 GEP exam. But what you all want to look at is the sample GEP A1 to C1 exam. So I verbally told you what they're about. Now I'm going to give you a visual for our visual learners. I'm a visual learner. So here you will see A1 to C1 sample questions. Like I said, you'll have the audio, you'll have the image, and here you have the question. So I remember this audio. The person says, I live in the city. On the way home, I see lots of trees. The question says, her drive home has lots of, everybody? What's the trees? Yeah.
There's a forest there.
So that's what the listening part will be. Here we have our reading. Again, an image. These are my grandparents. This is a picture of them visiting Rome. The question. The picture shows his grandparents. Everybody?
On holiday. They're on holiday. I think they're buying something.
There we go. Holiday. There we go. Excellent. Okay, that's the reading example. Here we have the language use. Okay? Choose the correct option below to complete the sentence. Now let's look at this picture. We see a person on the beach.
Takes.
Take.
Always take
It it's
Bravo, brava.
always take
you can make
photographs.
She
otherwise
always
it's
takes photographs. And so you have the picture, which gives you the context, and then you have the question, which leads you to the multiple choice that requires you to have familiarity with grammar and conjugation. So I take, you take, no, she takes. And there you go. Here we have the B1. Okay, this is an audio. It's so funny, I remember these audios. So the girl says, this is my friend Sophia. Tomorrow is her birthday. We are going to the mall to celebrate. So what is Sophia doing tomorrow?
Answer C. They're celebrating her birthday because there's
Celebrating
like
her
the name that I
birthday.
said to the mall. You
Celebration.
can take that. And you can look behind them. You can see a mall's entrance.
Yes, yes. And they're happy, right? They look like it's something positive. So you see celebrating, right? Do they look like they're applying for a job? No. Do you see a resume? Are they dressed for it? And that's another way to help you with the context. You know, rely on the image, and you see, like someone said, they're shopping. You see the mall. You see the sale sign. So this is the type of material you'll be engaging with during the test. So this is also B1, reading. She says, I sometimes fall asleep in class. I can't help it. Oh, I hear someone. Can someone mute their microphone? I hear. Thank you. She says, I sometimes fall asleep in class. I can't help it. My mom says it's because I stay up too late, but I know it's because the lessons are boring. So, why does Lucy think she falls asleep in class?
That's easy. That's B because dull is it's synonym with boring. It's B.
You said it exactly. It's a synonym. And you'll find that in the test, the question will have a word that the answer might be a synonym for that word. So, knowledge of vocabulary, that's important. Synonyms. I prepared students, I taught at a private bilingual high school, and I prepared students for the TOEFL. And every day we had a word of the day, and I put them in groups of 2, and every group had to come up with a synonym for the word of the day. And the word came from the TOEFL list of vocabulary. So this is something you can also do for yourself. You can go to a dictionary, pick a word, and look up its synonyms and do one word a day. And that will build up your vocabulary bank. Sorry, I feel like I'm teaching. I apologize. Okay, so that's a reading example. Okay, now let's scroll down and look at C1. Okay, so the speaker says, I like to go paragliding. I go as much as I can. I go on the weekends as long as the weather is not bad. So, when does the speaker go paragliding?
It's C. I think it's C because she never mentions weekdays.
That's
Always.
right. That's
Oh.
right. That's right. I go on the weekends. She doesn't say weekdays. B's it's a trick question, right? Mostly. No, she said she goes on the weekends. That was clear. But it depends on the weather. So it's constrained by the weather. Restricted. Okay? So why don't we stop here and answer any questions? You'll see that in the C1 exam, you'll have the dialogue will be a little longer, the reading, okay? So we won't read this, but this is an example of what I'm talking about. Okay? So again, you'll see it's a little longer. There's more to read. Okay. So I want to thank everyone for participating in the webinar. Oh, people gave me their answers in the chat. Thank you, everybody. It's great. You're awesome. You're awesome. Okay. Now, any questions? If you're shy, you can write it in the chat. Will that help? I don't want you to feel like you're not being heard. Some people prefer to write it versus speak it. So I opened up the chat, or someone can ask a question. Javes, no? Ricardo? Okay. So again, this is for those of you who started the webinar a little late. And this is also to remind those of you who were in the whole webinar that everyone receives a discount through English Central for taking the GEP. So this is a wonderful opportunity. It's a window of opportunity for you to take advantage of this moment and become part of the global professional standard that we talked about earlier. And with the discount and with all this information that helps you see what the test is about, why it exists, how it's based on the Common European Framework, it's accredited by the United Kingdom, it's globally recognized, and mostly for the most part. So this is your moment. This is your moment. Come out of your comfort zone and go through that door and consider taking the exam. It's a benefit for you because it helps you see where you are on your English language track. And it also is an advantage for when you're looking for work, or when you want to advance in the job that you have, or you want to excel in your postgraduate studies and you need to demonstrate your skill level. And like I said, we have created practice exams. This is something that we are doing that's new, that I'm working on personally, to offer students a moment for them to practice before taking the exam. A lot of people have test anxiety. A lot of people doubt themselves, or they don't feel confident enough. But practicing, like we say, practice makes perfect. So thank you, Ricardo. Can you return the links? Okay, so okay. I'm going to send the links of the sample test. I'm going to explain what they are. Sample test links. Okay? Then I'm going to send the links about the GEP exam description. Okay? And the other link that I'm going to send is our our download link. But before I do that, I'm going to send the A1 to C1 exams. I want to do this in an organized way. Okay, and the last link I'll send regarding this is the download link. Okay, and we have a little message here. Esperamos que haya sido un aporte para todos los interesados en demostrar su nivel de inglés. Recuerden que para cualquier consulta adicional o activar el beneficio de UNSA, debe comunicarse por la vía contact@inglesperu.com. Okay. I have one blog link that I want you guys to read when you have time. It was updated in March, and it's very interesting. It talks about the best thing you can do for your career, investing in your language skills. So sometimes it's better to hear it from the outside world as well. So let's see if I can copy this link. And I'm just going to put blog. I don't know why. Okay. Now, before we go, does everyone have the link? I have no problem if I have to send it again. Or I should say, who needs the link? Who needs the links that I sent just now? You can respond in the chat if you need the links. So this link is it's a blog. It's a blog. Okay? It's just from a blog. You can read it. Oh. I can send this to everyone. All right. So I want to thank everyone for sharing this moment with me. It was nice meeting all of you. I hope you take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. We have a lot of information on our website. I'm always available to answer any questions as well. And feel free to reach out. I wish you all success and prosperity. And I see someone's raising it there.
I'm sorry for participating so much, but I wanted to thank you. Thank you all for this opportunity for all of us. It's so great to know that there's a place where we can prove the world that we can speak English, the lingua
Yes.
franca for everyone. I want to thank you in the name of my friends, and I hope really we can all learn English, because here in core they tell us that we will end speaking the first level of English. I do believe that everyone can improve, everyone can reach this. I I don't have any words to thank you.
I feel your excitement and appreciation, and I hope I gave you all my excitement and appreciation. And I wish you all the best. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. I really
You're all
appreciate your
great
feedback.
people. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
you all are wonderful. Okay, everyone. So have a great night or evening or afternoon, wherever you are. I think everyone's in Lima. So it was great meeting all of you, and thank you, and have a great Julieta, you're welcome. Segundo, Davy, you're welcome. I appreciate the feedback. Okay. All right. So I am going to close the meeting. Everyone have a great night. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank